And that's where I have this whole financial literacy problem with, like, now we have business owners coming to us and they don't know the fundamentals of, like, or the basics of money.
Okay,
or
one
like,
extra day for financial literacy.
Yeah. From a young age as well.
Yeah.
You know, our kids need to be learning about money and investments from a young age.
But then you need a whole new teacher because
You've got Gary.
well, yeah.
I mean, we can teach it home, right? Like, but it's not just about making money. You got to be able to spend it, save it, and give it away. Like, and otherwise, you're just going to be that guy that never pulls out his wallet.
Yeah, but it's awareness, right?
Yeah.
Across the board.
So
not specifically on any one thing for a 4, 5, or 6-year-old, right?
Yeah. I mean, I have this absolute passion for financial literacy and wanting to teach children, but like, just give up. Like, how are you going to do it? It's not like we're going to go see the government and be like, hey, here's a great idea.
There are organisations out there that do offer it to schools.
Yeah, but they're not doing enough.
No,
like,
they're not.
Totally.
Not all the kids are going to get it, right?
Yeah,
Come on, like.
But whose responsibility is it really? It's not that person's responsibility. It's the parents or yours.
Yeah, but you got to break the cycle because the parents probably don't know either. They don't have the skills. So
but then it should be their responsibility to send the kid to that organisation.
Yeah, but the government want to be responsible for everything else in our life, so why not do the financial literacy piece?
That's
you know,
true.
like, fuck.
Here we go.
It's
We
true.
can talk about politics here, mate.
We live in
No
New
winners
Zealand.
in politics,
We live in New
no.
Zealand for a reason. Like, you know.
It's another podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, I think we should.
So
talk
what do
about
we
it
need
now.
to do to get financial literacy into schools?
I wish I knew, otherwise I'd do it. But I don't think they're prepared to listen is my problem, like government organisations. And any other business won't have enough impact to get it flowing through nationally. Some schools are doing okay in it.
I don't think schools would be pushing work-life balance as a thing from a young age. They push academia, like be smart, be book smart, right?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, I mean, then you put them under a fluorescent light and the poor kid can't learn. Like, he might be a creative, but you're fucking sitting in a box.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, it needs to change.
What about our customers and the businesses that we act for and the businesses that are out there in general? What's their financial literacy like, do you think, on the whole?
I think low. Like, if they had been taught simple things 10 years ago and they had done those things for the last 10 years, like you ask any of your customers, do you understand compound interest? Maybe they'll say yes, but did they do anything about it? Absolutely not. So even $5,000 10 years ago would be worth a shit ton of money today, and it would take that much more pressure off their business and their personal life. Now, none of them did it.
What is our role in educating or teaching our customers, do you think?
Well, I think to answer your first question was like I think they know. I think most people know when they're a business owner how to be financially literate, right? The problem they have is doing anything about it. Like, if they understand, let's say they know compounding interest, are they actually? They've heard the term because they got there somehow. But then, do they actually go and read what the actual definition is? Do they actually go and put into practice? Okay. 3% over 10 years and oh my god, over 7%, a piddly little 7% is going to double my money over 10 years. Do they actually know that? Then I'd say no, because they know what it is.
Yeah, I get that, but there's absolutely no excuse anymore. Like, even if you like, your curiosity comes in and you go, oh shit, what is compound interest? Guess where you go?
ChatGPT.
Gary. And Gary, hey, what is compound interest? Cool. What should I do about it? Fuck, it will tell you what to do.
Yes.
But I'm thinking like tradespeople in the market, right? They need to have a base level of financial literacy, right? But they probably don't want to know any more than that.
Some people just block it out.
Yeah, so we can educate and we can teach them over and above that. But I think there needs to be a minimum standard if you're in business.
But equally, those guys are the ones that will come to you and give you the most problems. And
Well,
be like,
yeah,
oh,
true.
life sucks and government
You
did
can
this.
solve
and,
them for them. That's
Like, we try our best at our meetings when we meet them, but like, if they don't want to pay for it, we might just meet them once or twice a year, which is not enough, right?
But this is not, because it's probably not Bedeco issue. It's probably the other accountant's issue where, and I've said this for a long time, is if you just lift, like, you ask any accountant, if you can lift every single one of your clients by 5% every year, what do you think it would do to the New Zealand economy? Like, the taxes would go to the roof.
Yeah.
People would have more money. The economy would just grow. Like, it's not that hard a metric. Like,
Compounding
you could do
growth,
that.
yeah.
You could do compounding growth. Forget about the 5%. Just, but like, you know, like, what they do actually, what I see, and the problem I have in the industry is like, let's file your tax return and do your set of accounts. Mate, the sooner IRD get rid of that, the better.
Well, the first problem we have in this country is it's too easy to open a company. You can just go into the company's office and open one. It's like getting a driver's license and opening it out of a Weet-Bix box. Like, you know, company, limited liability. Well, yay, I'm out. It's like,
And these
no,
people say, yeah, I'm a director now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what are you saying? It should be like a test.
There should be a test.
Yeah, I reckon.
It should be like, did you read some of the 5 fundamentals of the Companies
So
Act?
maybe
Yes.
we should test our customers.
Maybe. Good luck with that.
Yeah.
I got
Oh,
enough
look,
to do.
look, I think some of the businesses out there and some of our customers, right? They probably are best just to stay in their lane at what they do.
Yeah.
You know, but having that minimum standard of financial literacy is important.
Yep.
But for people that, I don't know, builder, electrician, whoever they are, that they don't have an interest in this, otherwise they'd be accountants.
But financial literacy is not about being an accountant.
No, of course
No.
not. It's that minimum standard, but let them do what they're good at doing and how they operate their businesses. And there's some good operators out there,
Yeah.
right?
Stay in
And,
your lane.
Yeah, and they just let us control some of the rest of it. You know?
I would argue that most of those people are probably good at numbers, right? Like a lot of builders and people in trades are actually really good at numbers. One of the reasons I'm in accounting is because I'm good at numbers. I don't love accounting. Do you love tax?
No.
Like, no,
No,
like
but
we're
I-
just naturally curious and we like numbers.
I like
Well, I got
minimizing
into
tax.
accounting because I got into accounting because I like to be around people.
Yeah.
Okay, that's weird. That's weird. Like, who told you 20 years ago?
No, because you're going to be interacting with a lot of people, and that's why you run your
But
own
you can
practice,
interact. You could have
right?
interacted in any industry, and you picked accounting.
Yeah, I mean, there's a business slant to it, of course.
Yeah, I think the
right? There's a
business side makes it
slant.
interesting.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think curiosity was the number one thing there is you have to be curious about the numbers. Otherwise, how do you get curious about compounding interest? How do you get curious about, oh my God, like productivity, efficiency? Like actually all of that is just numbers, just words to describe numbers.
I think business owners are good. I probably when I was having my, I don't know if it was a rant, but when I like get frustrated about the matter, I'm probably thinking about, oh man, my dad, for example. It's like, and I'm telling him now, it's like you can't live like you can't pretend that you never got taught anymore. Like you're on your phone, most of them are on their phone on Facebook. Go like this all fucking day. Like why don't you turn that thing off and actually ask something of the phone, and it'll give you the answer, and you could learn, and actually you can better yourself rather than like finger pointing, right? And that's maybe it's a generational thing, but
Yep.
you know,
I tell you what's never changed through generations. Get rich quick. Everyone wants to get rich quick.
there's no such thing.
And there's no such thing, right? It's
no
called
such
lotto.
Yeah, you need to work hard.
What we know across our clients or even seeing successful businesses is always the boring businesses that make heaps of money, right?
100
The
million
cash flow.
%.
no,
Okay, but why?
all these
Why?
tech startups.
'Cause they're good at numbers.
Explain.
Give me an
Nah,
example.
yeah,
Or
no.
people who
Making
sells
widgets.
tires,
Manufacturing.
Yeah.
making glass. You know.
But why is that boring? That might not be boring.
Oh well, not sexy, I would say.
Okay, what's
It's like-
sexy?
I
What's
guess
sexy?
it's a factory.
Or starting an AI
Accounting?
company or a tech startup, you know.
Okay, that was not
Selling-
sexy.
Yeah. Selling sex toys online, I don't know.
Okay, so the glass is not sexy.
No, but if
There
your
are better.
sole job was to like stand at a machine and make sure it doesn't get jammed because there's cardboard going through and it like makes some boxes, like that's what you're saying. It's,
Yeah.
it's boring.
Traffic cones, you know. Sort of boring business that
Some
generates
people
cash
like
flow.
that. They just stand there and just go,
Well,
Yeah,
these
it's- yeah,
days
I
they
get it.
don't. They're staring at a screen on the machine because of the technology is giving them the figures. So they have to have the skills to be like, what happens when that goes red?
Yeah. Okay, but back to your question. So, back to your comment. You're saying the businesses that make the most amount of money are the boring ones. So, should we turn our business boring?
Oh no.
There's some boring
I wanna
accountants
make
that
money.
make more money than we do.
Yeah. Well,
100%.
accounting
Of
for some
course.
people is boring, right? It's
Okay,
not the
okay,
tech
so we're-
startup, the
we
sexy
get-
stuff, you know. But we made it sexy.
Yeah. I want to know what, I probably want to dig deeper about what's boring. Like this, and you've seen some businesses that are making money and you
So-
refer to it as boring.
It's like the stuff when you ask a kid, "What do you want to do when you grow up?" Right?
Yeah.
So I want to own an ice cream shop.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's sexy. That's
Yeah.
fun. No one says, "Hey, I want to grow up selling tires." You know. So that's the difference. If you ask a kid what the answer is, that is it.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, you're
So-
smart, hey?
How's their work-life balance? Those people that are making tires.
Yeah,
do you
selling
think?
selling
Oh, they're
tires.
chilling, right?
Are they?
You don't need to be there, right? They just run the company. They have a good processing system in place.
Yeah.
It makes good bottom line. It makes good margins. Everyone needs it. It's recession
It
proof.
sounds like they are okay. So they're business owners, right? They have multiple businesses. They don't care if it's a boring one or not, as long as it's spitting out some
It's
money,
cash flow,
it's a
yeah.
profit. So the ones that are not making as much money as the ones that are so passionate about what they do, and they just do that and they don't buy other businesses or have other assets. And I
it
feel
really
like,
depends. Yeah.
well, that's what you said. That's what I heard. And so
I'm saying the one that make heaps of money. You know,
Okay.
like you can
What's
still make
heaps? How much is heaps?
$100 million plus.
Million plus.
million heaps.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Turnover.
That's heaps for a lot of
Turnover,
people.
bottom line.
Like,
Yeah, I suppose.
Bottom line,
And then
bottom
going back to that is, yeah. So it might be boring, but there's other people. So then you got two people. You got the boring lot that make heaps of money, and then you got the passionate lot that make enough money to be happy.
Fuck, I hate passion. Everyone's like, do your passion. Go
But
and find your passion.
Yeah, but it means so people need a passion. People need. Well, no, then you
No,
know
bring
why.
passion.
They need
Yeah,
a
okay.
purpose.
Bring the. Yeah, okay.
Bring your passion to whatever job. Fuck if it's tires. Like,
Okay, so passion.
bring
is-
your
best-
passion
do
to
the
tires.
best
I'm
tires,
feeling
right?
passionate right now.
Let's go and make some tires.
Okay, so what did you say? You hate passion. Okay, so forget about passion. Find out what your why is. The people that do the things that they love to do to make money, they're happy doing that, and they still make enough money. Are they wrong or right to do that, or should they buy other assets that are boring to make more money?
look, if it fulfills their life, there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no one way to live life.
No.
Yeah.
Right? Some people are making $30,000 a year, living on a beach. Is that wrong?
No, it's not.
Yeah.